streaming a nice palate cleanser run. Because a lot of the runs that I've had recently have been bad. So, and knowing that the next couple of runs that I'm going to have are also going to be bad, I think that getting something that is just a regular playthrough with whatever I think is pretty powerful is going to be a good idea. Originally wanted to do a regular episode, but just wasn't feeling it. So let's get a stream going on here. Have some fun stuff going on related to that. There we go. Yeah, this is just... It's not going to be the best type of run, because you can't have a best type of run when it comes to Dead Cells. This game does not allow you to ever be safe. And this is 5-cell mode, going to be getting cursed a lot, everything like that. But stuff like the Giant Killer, going to be good at, well, fighting stuff. Stuff like shields. Got Ramparts, Blood Shield, what's the other one? Punishment. Punishment unlocked. All ready to go, all ready to be either defensive or big AoEs. And just a bunch of heavy grenades unlocked. Why? Because heavy grenades are quick, big AoE, cover a lot of the issues that you're going to have with just about any survival weapon. So, okay, fine. So I'm going to see if I can't get a good run going here, and then it's immediately on to... God, what was the suggested ones next? Curse Sword and Use What You See. Such runs known for being so poor that probably going to combine them into a single episode. And just not... Don't even worry about that. Where's Terraria? It's gone. Terraria's dead. Forget about it. We'll never see it again, and nor should we. But that wasn't enough to hit you. Blood Shield. I am going to try to go for probably the hardest route possible, i.e. through the sewers into the cavern. Just because I do have a lot of confidence in this run. We'll see if that confidence is going to be borne out, but for right now, that's the plan. Besides, getting an extra challenge rift is going to be very... Ooh. Oh, poisons the enemy. I don't think that's going to be useful eventually, because usually you'd want to have poison the enemy on your main hand weapon. But hey, for right now, it's a good start. As much as I do like the Blood Shield, and I have been getting more and more warmed up to the Blood Shield, I think that more than likely I'm probably going to switch out for a Rampart, just because the defensive options are so good. Keep running. What do you mean, why am I so mean? You think it might have something to do with you calling me Dick all the time? Geek? And... not quite. Close, but not quite. I do like that 75% damage reduction. And you... For right now, since the only thing that I have on right now is the Giant Killer, I'll take this, switch it out a little bit later. Besides, I'm already below half health, so I am getting the extra great bonus on top of everything. Good, good, good. Yeah, having a nice fast weapon when it comes to survival run is... well, pretty much the best thing that you can expect with the survival run, aside from just using the Giant Killer. Because I do think that is the best weapon to be using for higher cell difficulties. The most trouble I have is with bosses. That's, third stream in the last 24 hours or so? No, it's, I'm not bored. It's just that it is, what do you call it, weekend? Labor Day weekend. So I got a lot of free time. You see, if Dead Cells, or, well, more specifically, YouTube was my... Oh, God, the Super Mario mode. I forgot exactly how that works. Nope, not good enough. But yeah, it's, if I did not have a full-time job, you would probably be seeing this sort of consistency in streams from me, just period. You know what enemy I hate the most in the game? The stupid bitey worms that teleport to you. The one that hangs on the walls when you come close to them. Oh, yeah, the sick worms, I think they're called, or at least they were called at one point in time. They are horrible. They're much faster than you think they're going to be, and I wouldn't even go into that area in the Stilt Village if I was, if I was cursed for any reason. Unless I was completely out of any other way to get rid of the curse, there's no way that you would want to put yourself at that sort of risk. I wouldn't really say they're the worst enemies, though. I have trouble with a lot more. If you have any sort of damage over time, you can generally take them out pretty well, but that's just asking for trouble over time. Got so angry because I was cursed, so I turned off my sound. Oh, yeah, I mean, they only appear in one area. They're very localized, so it's pretty easy to get rid of them if you know, to avoid them if you know they're coming. But that's cold comfort, I'm sure. Oh, boy. I don't know, but I recommend survivability. I mean, it's any sort of survival, I think, is the way to go. That's why, for my kind of cooldown run here, I'm going survival. Gonna be taking heart, necromancy, dead inside. I think it's all a lot of really good options if you're just trying to get a good, solid win in 5-cell mode. That's a weird Dead Cells mod. Which one? I don't even... We're getting to meta... How many layers of irony are we on right now, chat? Okay, there we go. And that's good. Tips for doing more than tick damage on 4 boss cell to the giant. Shields are pretty good. Punishment, bloodthirsty shield. Giant killer, of course. It's in the name. If you want to go full on glass cannon, magic missile's great. And if you want to really exploit tick damage for all it's worth, just try going with a damage over time type of run. Never done me wrong in terms of the giant. Anything where you're not using slow weapons and really melee weapons in general, I think is best for that. If you do have 30 plus survival, something like punishment can be incredibly powerful. Highly recommended, even though, yeah, I usually just go for straight damage in a lot of ways and working with a shield myself. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Really, if you're looking... I'm going to be fighting the giant on this run, and hopefully it's going to go well. Be kind of a proof of concept of exactly what I'm talking about whenever I suggest using this weapon. Because I do have a lot of good experiences with it, as well as a lot of confidence in using it. But, you know, you got to put your money where your mouth is and all that. Can't just assume. Got to have proof. Bombardiers are the worst enemy for me. They always ruin my kill streak by firing a bomb right when I've rolled. Oh, man, the bomb's not really the issue that I got with it. It's the slam down attack. You could at one point in time parry that. No longer. And the other thing is that it's just... Okay, fine then. All right. Oh, God, Super Mario mode is going to screw me up so bad at some point in time. But for right now... At least I'm kind of getting it to work. Slightly intoxicated, but glad to see a weird doc stream. Oh, this is actually going to be like one of the more normal streams that I've been doing lately. Just a very classic type of hopefully solid 5-boss cell run. We'll see. What's Super Mario mode? It's the jumping on an enemy stuns it. For the longest time was called Super Mario mode. Much to my consternation because, come on, you know how litigious Nintendo is. Just playing with fire by actually naming the mascot man himself. But yeah, I still call it that out of a slight bit of gentle mockery for the past. What you got? Powerful version of Rampart sounds good. Like I said, I think I'm probably going to go with Rampart, although if I am going for the giant, and that's the current plan, might be worth grabbing something like a super powerful punishment. I just like punishment, and I think it is a good item, especially in terms of... Wait, did I see a... Yep, right here. Let's go. Challenge Rift in the chest room? I mean, I did get a Challenge Rift right here. So I don't think you can have 2 of them appear in a single area. Not sure. Bombardiers wouldn't be so bad if they weren't so indecisive. Should I stab you or wait a minute to think you're safe? They are... There was a point in time where they attacked you faster and then motion twin... Dang. Okay, at least I got that one. Then motion twin decide to make their melee attack seem slower, which I think makes it a little bit more unpredictable, if anything. 1 step forward and 2 steps back. Never get too far like that. Although I don't really know, because usually with Bombardiers, I try to take them out so quickly that I don't even give them the chance to attack. It's, ugh. Look, as soon as I get to the next area, I'm going to have Necromancy, and it's going to be looking a lot better health-wise for me. Then I got destroyed 3 times by the final boss trying to get the final ending with spoiler skin. Feels bad. Guess I'm going to sleep now. Yes. Sleep fixes everything. I mean, I pretty much just woke up from a nap that I was just doing, so ready and raring to go, Dead Cells-wise. 13. A lot of melees, but I still think I got a good chance. Also, just came off of playing Ori and the Blind Forest a little bit. So if you've been looking forward to that series, should be coming out. Well, probably going to have the first episode come out today. That's just... I think that's just how it's going to be happening. Man, Bombardier with the bombs is split into 3. Oh, yeah, I was thinking of the... I was thinking of the bombers. Which, you know, when you think about that, wow, that's a lot of very confusing naming conventions on Motion Twin's part. Jeez, yeah, those things are real obnoxious. I do feel like I've gotten a better respect for Wave of Denial now, and I do think that definitely helps a lot when dealing with them. By the way, Wave of Denial does actually reflect the... Oh boy. No, let's not risk that. Wave of Denial does actually reflect the shots from Inquisitors. I didn't think it did, but maybe that's been a change. Maybe I just never noticed it. But, yeah, that is in fact the case. I was entirely wrong about that, and I got called out for it. Rightly so. So, how about that? See, that's why you gotta fear those worms. Dang, yo. There are 2 curse chests in the sewers to make up for the depths. Yeah, I mean, there are more curse chests, but that doesn't mean that you aren't just going to die to them anyway. 5-cell mode, regardless of how well you think you're doing. I'm still holding to that. That getting cursed just always keeps you on the edge of your seat. Worm munch, that sick, that thick. Thank you. I couldn't even read that correctly. Ori, pretty good, but worst save game mechanic I've ever seen. I mean, it just seems like it's, you save whenever you want to, right? That's just the thing. I don't know, I suppose I'll be discovering more of it in time. The only thing that I've done so far is just kind of prep up the first video, so I haven't really been getting too deep into the game just yet. There. Killed so quickly that the animation for me hitting him with the sword didn't even happen. And, yeah. Of course, leaves a lot to be desired with the giant killer when you're fighting regular enemies, but the second that I get to bosses, it's going to turn out absolutely fantastic. And that's what I got the bombs for, regardless. The bombs are here to support me any point in time that otherwise not having a good thing. Malaise, more like map raise that thick. I hate this, I'm sorry. I mean, at least you are penitent for your action. I suppose if I can't get you to stop, at least I can make you feel bad about it. And let's go. Malay down. Malaise these as I tip my fedora. There we go. Roll right through that, and let's go. Oh, come on. I can't believe I got hit there. That should have been a jump over that. Oh, well, doesn't really matter. I think I'll be fine. There's always at least one piece of food that is unmalaised up in the... Well, in each area. It's not even just the first one. And there it is. Just keep going. Keep going. And go down. Done. That's how you do that. Same thing there. See, and that's why Bloodthirsty Shield can be pretty good. But I've kind of been sleeping on it recently, so I want to at least have it out for this run. Which is otherwise going to be going pretty well, I'd like to say. Yeah. Give me this, though. There's that poison synergy that I so crave. And it's just regular poison, though. It's not anything particularly special. Doesn't have 100% poison and poisons enemies at the same time. Don't think you can jump over the Rampager charge. I would try that out, but I don't really want to risk that. I don't know. Especially with the failed experiments lately, I've been getting in more of the habit of making sure that I got the cooldown for the... Making sure that my roll is cooled down, because I kept trying to jump over those guys, and it definitely does not work. You played Necrodancer? How'd that go? I won. I beat it. So the game's over. And we never have to speak of it again. Get Astral Chain for... get Astral Chain? No, that's a... Is that a PC game? I thought it was just Switch. I don't know. But anybody else feel that if you make it past Ossuary and 5 boss cell, you're pretty much guaranteed to make it at least the hand of the king? Well, there's still the curses, but I've always said that when it comes to high boss cells in... I just jumped right through that. I said about high boss cells in here that if you can make it even slightly into the game, that you got a good chance of making it pretty far, because you usually have your build sort of, if not complete, at least in a good position. And then at that point in time, you're not guaranteed success, but you're feeling good about it. You got a good chance at it. Of course, when you get into the castle and when you get into the 5-cell spoiler area, that's when things can start to go very wrong very quickly. But until then, you can usually have a pretty good time. I'm just going to sell this one. Don't really need it. Just switch? Oh, okay. Also, what do you say up here? So, Doc, you got Crosscode second place in the poll. We'll be seeing that after the Ori series. Well, we'll see if it's still in second place or if it's being beaten out by Shovel Knight or something. I don't know. That was the last thing otherwise that I saw. It's hard to say, since I think Ori is going to at least be a multi-part series rather than just a single... video like the last couple things have been. I haven't played Ori before, so I don't know how to quote-unquote speed run it. I'd be a little bit more careful about that. And who knows what will happen in the meantime? Anything. I can't believe that hit me. Okay, there goes that, and then done. Well, done now. Hey, come on. That really did not take, like, just a single hit is all I need to take that thing out. Wait until King Knight before make Doc play it. Oh, I'm not playing any of the DLCs when it comes to Shovel Knight. You said Shovel Knight. We're playing Shovel Knight Classic and nothing else. I don't want to play any game with cards in it. I don't like card games in games. You Curse Sword? Curse Sword is the next run coming up here. That is the next thing that won the suggested poll. So look forward to it. That and, of course, I mean, use what you see, which is always a good time. And never just a complete disaster, especially as the game has been getting harder and harder over time. Yeah, they're definitely going to be a single video. A single video where I barely even make it to the first boss, if that. Okay, let's go. Don't like card games, not even Triple Triad? I never played Final Fantasy VIII. I only played Final Fantasy V, 6, and 7. None of which, by the way, when it came to Final Fantasy VII, I skipped all of the minigames in that. I never did the snowboarding. I never did the chocobo racing. Nothing. How did I get past Midgar Zolom? I killed him. That's how. So, any questions? You fucking what, mate? Yeah, that's right. Not something to brag about. Or is it exactly the sort of thing to brag about? Because you people are trying to make me play card games. And I refuse. And for good reason on that. Sure. I already got it out here. Let's just take it for the 100% synergy stuff. Never raced and snowboard. That's right. Never. By the way, when it came to doing... what was the... Ruby Weapon, I think, needed to have the the super version of the Chocobo to go fight or something like that, I beat Emerald Weapon just to avoid ever having to breed Chocobos. And there you go. So, stick that in your pipe and smoke it. Chat. Thoughts on Pokemon Go? I never played it. I don't really play any mobile games, so that's a big blind spot for me as far as video game playing goes. Ugh. All I know is that apparently NL is really into it recently, so I've been at least kind of on the cusp of hearing about that recently just based on that alone. Take you out. Let's go. I refuse to smoke this filth. Fine, just stick it in your pipe then. Get this filth out of here. I don't want it near me either. And let's go for another curse chest. Oh boy. You guys don't have phones? Oh, I mean, I have a phone. I just don't use it for video games. Why would I? I have real consoles. Like a PC. Oh, was really hoping to get the parry there. Didn't quite happen. And there, and let's go. What was this? Nothing all that useful. I don't even know where that came from, but I guess I'll take it anyway. Let's go. The biggest boomer. That's right. I'm like, here comes the boom in my boomerness, evidently. Okay. I don't need your pathetic phone games. Okay, let's be extra careful here. I don't want to die to curses one more time. Not like before. Did they play real consoles like PC? No! What? Me trolling chat? That would never happen. What are you even talking? That's crazy talk, my dude. More boomer than double grenade. Yeah, these got some pretty powerful boom to them, don't they? I mean, I did just make a reference in the movie Here Comes the Boom, so I think any mockery that I get is entirely deserved at this point. Let me have it. I'll take my lumps with dignity. No, I can't sell that, and neither do I want to. And as a 30-year-old boomer, Doc is a 47-year-old millennial. Oh boy, that is... I don't know what I would rather have. Which side of the fence that I would really want to come down on there? I suppose I don't really have a choice now, do I? If you refuse to choose, you still have made a choice. Bam. You too. And then take you out real quick, too. Ooh, there are worse movies than Here Comes the Boom. Yeah, like, what? I think Drillbit Taylor came out at that point in time. That was pretty bad. Okay. And one more. This is why you have the bombs here. This is why you got the boom. This is why you got the boomers. Exactly for this reason. One and go. Yeah, that's what I thought. You ain't gonna be able to stand up to this. Nobody can. And that'll do it. Good. This time, at least this time, well, in this biome, I didn't die to a curse. I'll just look forward to that happening in the next one, or the next 3, because I'm gonna be going into the, not the ancient sewers, but the graveyard. Gonna be a lot of opportunities to get killed from curses, as always. I assure you I will use this liquid courage to write a strongly worded and poorly written, strong but poor words. So basically a lot of swearing, I guess? Letter to your manager. Well, I'll have you know that this is a one-man show, unless you're gonna write it to, I don't know, YouTube. Which please don't tattle on me to YouTube. I need this job, kind of a job. It's not like I kind of need it. Doc will be 60 and still be uwu posting. Oh, I fully expect it. Memes will change and alter in time, but I do think that at a certain point, if a meme becomes old enough, it starts to age like wine. And then you're like, haha, I'm using the internet. And that is somehow has come back in vogue. Hasn't happened yet, but I'm still fully expecting that someday. Necromancy, let's go. Me gusta. Oh, no, I'm talking even older than that. I'm talking like Mr. T ate my balls. That's gonna come back in style. You just wait. Who's the best girl and why is the spider girl? I guess it's the spider girl, yeah. She doesn't try to kill you, and that's pretty much the only bar you need to pass in my mind. It's not a high one, but works for me. Haven't been killed yet. Get riggedy wrecked. Imagine using the internet in 2019. Yeah, we're all about the outer net now. Nothing. I still want to keep... Come on now. Don't do me like that. Cutest spider out there. I don't know, man. I've seen some pretty cute spiders in my time. If you look very closely at the extra tiny ones, you will also be able to enjoy and appreciate the adorability that our arachnid friends have. By the way, I am not a spider. Just want to make that clear. Oh, sorry, Mr. T ate my what? Oh, man. You weren't around for the old memes, then. Talking like hamster dance levels. You could still know what the hamster dance is, right? How about that dancing baby from the Ally McBeal show? I can't believe it got me. And then again. And probably a third time at this rate. There and done. Oh, well, mostly done. Now I'm done. Whew. Does not being a spider make that better or worse? Hard to say. I mean, really that's the sort of journey that you got to go on yourself. I can't help you with it. I can only point you in the correct direction, which is e621.net. This is the entirely the incorrect direction to be going right now. I got to get out of here. Reorient myself. Crazy Frog. Also a good meme. Still came quite a bit after the heyday of some of the other classic memeries on the internet that I'm mentioning. This isn't like I'm talking, taking out your robe and wizard hat level of memes here. Doc really showing his age with these top tier old school memes. Are they really top tier? They were the ones that were there. They were what we had to deal with at the time. Wonder what the first internet meme is. Oh man, you'd have to go back like pre-Eternal September to try to find whatever that is. Probably some sort of dumb nerds making jokes about like C comments or something. Oh, people don't know how to comment their code correctly. Or even more than that, like go back to ARPANET and be like, it's more like Chair Force. Something like that. And just keep on rolling, baby. This is pretty much par for the course. I would like to have a little bit less. Don't walk directly into the spikes there, especially as I'm saying how I like how the outlooks of this run right now. And there. That should do it. Oh god, I'm too young for this. Hey, you're never too young to learn about the history of the world. That's how you know how to not repeat the mistakes of your elders. Evidently, which I am included in that. Or at the very least, I got a scholarly bent. You don't know. You don't know how old I am, even though it's pretty clear at this point in time. Let's go. No official update 14 for console yet. Guessing mid-September. It's got to be coming out soon. Like, I have an entire separate branch of Motion Twin that should be working on this game, so... of course, if you've been playing on console, I'm sure that getting real delayed with the updates is kind of par for the course at this point. Unfortunately. I remember that bulge. Okay, now that's old 4chan memes. If we want to go down that rabbit hole, that's an entirely different thing. And still nothing very good. 1% on poisoned is nice, but Doc, you teaching Japanese tonight? I've been trying to get out the most recent episode of Persona so that I can go back to the whole transcribing and everything. And I just haven't gotten it. Haven't felt like I've gotten anything good going on there. I don't know how to describe it. I'm at a loss for commentary, I guess is what we're looking at. About 10 minutes into the episode, and I'm just like, I don't know. Same thing happened when I was trying to record Dead Cells here. I guess you could almost consider it something of a commenter's block, except I get this like every 2 days, which is why I update so infrequently. There we go. Don't get your rips out yet. How do you say Mr. T ate my balls in Japanese? Do you think I know how to compose Japanese? I can read it at absolute best. I'm going to keep the... this is a lot more damage. I'll take it for the time being. And hopefully there should probably over here be enough enemies to kill to get rid of the curse. Didn't really think of that when I was starting this out, but... That's going to be my undoing, isn't it? No, there's still this area over here. Oh, come on, come on. Really got to be paying attention for getting rid of curses. Also, we drinking anything tonight? I mean, I might be able to, but I was kind of thinking this was going to be a fairly quick run, and hopefully not because I'm dying, but it seems like that might be the case. Here, how about this? If I die from this curse, I'll go grab the something. I'm sure I got something around here. Doc, you really have iron lungs. You actually dream of dead cells. I mean, I said before that the only really specific Dead Cells dream I can remember is one where all of my save files got deleted and I had to redo everything. And I was like, this is going to suck. And that's pretty much where my head is at when it comes to dreaming about video games for the most part. This is actually not bad at all. A lot of curse relief right there. Just breathes Dead Cells. Am I doing that thing where I'm breathing really heavily? I hate that. Where, like, you just look. If I don't put an artificial capper on how fast I talk, I don't stop, and I just have to start mouth breathing to compensate for that, and it's bad. It's a bad time for everybody. But it's also just how I roll, baby. You know how it works. Like it or lump it. No drinking. Well, there is already another cursed chest for me to go get here. Don't you worry about that fact. Megalovania starts playing. There we go. There are dead cells on you right now. I would expect no less. I mean, I have hair. I'm not actually Northern Lion, despite what you might believe. I play DMC 5. I should play like all of the DMC games at some point in time. That is a series that I would probably really enjoy, but just have never... I bought the original DMC. I have it, like, I think sitting next to my bed right now or something. I should just crack that thing open, go get a proper capture card for my old school PS2, and see if I can't get a good series going out of that. Well, here, vote for it next time that there is another poll going up. I guess after I finish Crosscode at this rate. Oh, I already played Secrets of Grindia. Do I really gotta go play Crosscode? I like mixing things up. That's why I kept trying to get you to get me to play Control. Okay. Then let's just go up here. I think this will be the easiest way to take care of that. Good. Crosscode is different, though. I don't know, man. You sold me specifically on the idea that it was basically the same thing as Secrets of Grindia. That doesn't say different if you were to ask me. Done. And that's the power of this weapon. Certainly. Poison has no effect on you, which would actually be useful here. But, well, you know what? It is going to be useful here. I'm going to pick it up, but I'm probably going to replace it with the 75% damage reduction sooner than later. Anything else going on? Nothing very good, but here, how about you? You got anything? 100% on poison, I suppose. That's best I can hope for. Same thing here. And, what else? What else? You. Why not? I'm going to keep what I got right now. I think that's going to be a little bit more effective. Potentially. Let's just, how many more enemies do I have left? Okay, there's one with a scroll, which is good to know. Because there is... Oh, usually there's a door at the end here that leads to another curse chest. I guess not. I guess it's not consistent every single time. How about Flappy Bird for the next stream? There's a million of those games out there that I could play. We could just make a we could just make a helicopter game night of it if you really wanted to. Guess I'll just replace this then, because I'm not really going to need the poison after this point now, am I? Play the Scary Maze game? Just go watch Puss. That game has an explicit reference to the Scary Maze game in it. It's one of the areas that you find in the very first levels. I pointed it out when I saw it. Also, watch Puss. Everybody sleeps on that series, and it's a good one. Oh, that's annoying. I'll deal with it. Also, that is also annoying for multiple reasons, but you already knew that. Just become a variety streamer already, Dad. I am! Basically. I mean, I just also have an obsession with finishing the games that I start. So I can't just start up something and forget about it. Gotta be a game I can finish. Down for any Supergiant game. I know a lot about Bastion. I own Transistor. Pyre doesn't really feel like my sort of deal, but maybe. Hades is something that people have been slowly but surely suggesting more and more to me. Pick your poison. Notices Puss. Oh, no, Puss is all caps and has an exclamation point at the end. Make sure you say it correctly, because otherwise you don't get the terrible, terrible misreading that the developers clearly intended from the very beginning. What's new in this game? Got tired and uninstalled. Depends on where you were at last. The most recent update is a lot of boss-related weapons and new enemies related to bosses appearing in a bunch of different biomes. Couple new mutations, a lot of different rebalancing stuff. It's some stuff. Not as substantial as like the Rise of the Giant DLC, but still pretty good. Let's go. Kill counter. I mean, yeah, the kill counter is there. Oh, you're talking about, yeah, the little hand in the bottom right corner is enemies killed without getting hit. Or, you know, everything related to... Oh, apparently Giant Killer doesn't work on these things. I didn't realize that. Oh, well, bombs will cover me just fine. Yep. And there. That should do it. And one more. Yeah, this is still not the best sort of build to be... Oh, you can't stun me into the thing like that. I refuse. Why aren't they considered part of the boss? Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question, but I guess they aren't. Maybe makes this less useful for going for a giant killer with. But oh well. I mean, really, the... Okay. This is where punishment is also going to be coming in. Check that damage. Yeah. Oh, well, Necromancy is going to have me covered for the most part. Come on. Oh, I was really hoping I was going to get that before he decided to phase change there. Keep on rolling, baby. You know what I'm talking about. Ah, well, I think I'm going to be fine nonetheless. Although it might be more worthwhile to go into the food shop in the... There we go. In the sanctuary over going into the graveyard. Just because, man, the graveyard is... It's rough and it's not going to be very fun. Ah, stupid slow weapons. There we go. There. Ugh. It's still not too difficult, but I got hit a lot there. Tentacles are connected to the conjunctivius' body, but that doesn't count. What's the optimal strat for 3 boss cells? I would really suggest something like this. This is a good build. I mean, punishment you could switch out for any number of other shields, but this is going to work on just about any build you're going for, and also doesn't require, say, some of the items that you couldn't get if you weren't on 5 boss cells or fighting the giant, stuff like that. It's good. It's good is what I'm saying. And let's get that down and go buy a thing. Tentacles didn't hurt the boss pool, or the boss's health pool. I wouldn't mind the giant killer not critting. I mean, the entire point of getting the giant killer is to fight bosses. If it's not effective against every part of the boss, then what's the point? Ooh, I see you have a scroll. Thank you. What's the optimal strat for 1 boss cell? Pretty much anything. If you're going super low boss cell, I haven't gotten a whole lot of things unlocked. I do think double boomerang is something you can get. I'm surprised I didn't get hit there. The boomerang is something you can get pretty easily, but also stuff like Nutcracker and Wolf Trap is available from the very start, and it's a good combo. I've gotten a lot of use out of it myself. Did I get all 3? For some reason, every time I get into this area, I always have multiple elites getting on me at a time. It's very frustrating. Oh well, dealt with it fine. Jeez. On 2 boss cell, and I'm absolutely terrified of using melee. Range is the way to go in a lot of ways. It's true. And I don't think that sort of fear is entirely unfounded. But the sheer damage you get off of this, and if you decide to go brutality, you can get a lot of good stuff happening. It's hard. This is a hard game. And I said that, and I still stick to it. That I think it might be a little bit too hardcore in some ways. But hey, what are you gonna do? That's the... Yeah, I can't believe you. Say. By the way, I'm not taking malaise damage, which is interesting. I thought they fixed that glitch where you would get negative malaise, but I guess not. Please. I want that 75% damage reduction. That just helps a lot. There and there. Ooh, boy. I'd like to see us do some streams trying to make meat skewer work. It's a weird weapon. I think it's a neat weapon, and I like its usage as far as really working for a fast type of build goes, but it is weird. It's true. Throw that onto one of the suggested things. I'm still pulling from that list as of just now, but probably by the next viewer suggested run that I do, I'm going to be making a new one of those polls, seeing if I can't get some fresh blood in there. That would be the point in time to jump, because people like to vote for things that are already on top. as people have observed since polls existed. Yeah, this game's extremely hard. I'm enjoying it a lot, but man, feels like I'm back at school trying to learn everything perfectly. I mean, that's the entire reason why I've never been a huge fan of playing a lot of roguelites. If I get into one, that's great, but I don't actively search out a lot of these things because, you know, I'm obsessed with finishing games, and these take so long to learn in a lot of ways. even as rewarding as it is when you eventually do it. Is it gonna be enough? Yeah, it is. But if a roguelite is still fun but easy, that's fine. I mean, I got nothing against any sort of casual type of play either. The Dead Cells is definitely not of that sort, let me tell you. Don't try Nuclear Throne then. I mean, I feel like playing a lot of Gungeon and also watching a lot of other people play Nuclear Throne, I probably have a good idea of what I'm doing, but yeah. Point taken. Dang. Punishment should be able to take this guy out with relative ease. Will make shooting you such a breeze. Good thing you finished Necrodancer then. Yeah, I was surprised that I finished it in the one stream. Crazy how that worked. Arya? I don't know what you're talking about. Miss dying after you miss a single beat? What could you even be referring to? Stream some Dungeon Soup. That'd be fun. That game is, as far as a roguelike goes, very difficult. There's not too many exploitable things like you get in NetHack or your ADOMs or your Angbans. That one, you really just do have to plan stuff out like none other. There are a lot of aspects of that game, though, that make it more casual than your average type of roguelike, though. So at least it would be a bit more... Yeah, sure. At least it would be a little bit more palatable in some ways. Oh, I can't believe you hit me. And then again. Come on, stop doing that. Get out of here, you. I gotta be going into the cavern, and I can't be taking too much damage and everything right now. Well, facing the wrong direction when I'm trying to... Facing the wrong direction when I'm trying to parry something is also not very conducive to surviving, but you already knew that. Not here just yet. Any suggestions on the Giant? I'm going to be going for him with this build. I got a lot of confidence in it, but I would also recommend damage over time, range. Range is your best friend when it comes to going for the Giant. It's rough. Yeah, I'm telling you, Doc, I can get you the osmium. All you got to do is say you want to do the run. I feel like there's many reasons why I shouldn't want to get any osmium. But trying to do a run while having osmium near me in any way seems like a very bad idea. Steam World Heist, don't know anything about it, but I guess I'd be down. Hello, me. Yeah, okay, that was very close. Throw on Steam World Heist onto the list if you want to give it an attempt. Here we go. That's where everybody else is at. Okay. Let's just wait until I got the bombs ready to go and then make sure that I can kill that demon immediately. Because I'm not feeling too... That would have been a drink for you. Indeed. As you would expect, but I'm too good to be dying to such paltry enemies. Ooh, last time I played this game, the Assassin was the last boss, and now I get back to... It seems too much to get back into. Oh boy, you missed out on boss cells and everything, and that done changed the game. Oh boy, yeah, it is. I mean, let me tell you, I think it's worth it, but it is a lot to get caught up with if that was the last thing you saw. Oh, I'd rather have SteamWorld Dig 2. Is this good? No, not really. I'd rather have the stats right now, the survival stats. I'd rather have SteamWorld Dig 2, but I'd support Heist on the next poll if you want to go with that. I mean, you already got Crosscode. What more do you want? I guess probably trying to get me to play Grindia Arcade, which... There is a cursed chest over there. Ooh. That's no good. I'm going to wait for the bombs to get back up, because that's just... Not the same thing, it isn't nearly as bad. The Brutality update made things so much harder, but they balance things out more. I mean, the other thing with the Brutality update is that... What got unleashed down here? Okay, that works, that works. Ooh, cursed chest. I mean, the weapon apparently I'm going for is a balance blade, and I'm probably not going to take that. Could have chosen plutonium. No, that would be even worse. You want me to? Do you want to seem like I'm trying to create a nuclear bomb? I'm really not entirely sure what you're referring to. I didn't see your original post there. Okay, good. And it said cursed chest instead of legendary. The fact that you even expect me to actually pay attention to everything that I'm saying during these streams is laughable. Anyway. Oh, God. Get the bombs back up. Okay, there we go. That was a little bit worrying for a second. Especially knowing that I'm buffed up by that. Is it worth it? I don't think so. I think the giant killer is just going to be better in gen. I'll take it for right now. I'll be able to switch out for another giant killer eventually. It made Balance Blade such a bad weapon. I mean, Balance Blade has always been just a good bread and butter weapon, but it's never been amazing. I mean, there's only so much you can do with it. Balance Blade sucks, such bad damage. Okay, fine. Maybe I should switch out for this immediately then. Hi. Nope. And then I predicted it incorrectly again. That's what I meant to do. Okay. Still, I get a little bit of poison here. I get extra stats. I think it's going to be worthwhile knowing that I'm going to be going into the cavern right now. Or not. Never mind. Get out of here, you. People have spoken. Used to be better. I don't know if it necessarily used to be better. It was mostly just the weapon introduced because people wanted to have a version of the rusty sword to use in regular play. The OG version of it was just utilizing the twin daggers, kind of as your basic sword. Sick of those things. I'm not gonna take it anymore. I will, however, take this. Come on. There. Bounce Blade is good in theory, but the crit requirements make it less than ideal. Yeah, and I can see that. I haven't really used it too much. Maybe that would be worth a another checkout at some point in time. Though before I go, let's go back to the... Yeah, let's go back to the thing, the food shop, and get the... Ah, you know what I'm doing. Also, let's do this, too. Why not? That's why that's a good weapon. Let's go. Hey, Koineko. Enjoying your recent modhood? Look, for being honest, just need to get rid of all these radioactive materials. What are you, Duke Nukem? From the... Take that. From the old Captain Planet cartoon? I have no idea how Hot a 4 got in that message. Indeed. Is somebody else taking a little sip of the potion? Rusty Sword Run would be nice to see. Somebody in the comments has been trying to get me to do that, but I still hold fast to the idea that you gotta vote on it. I like the whole voting thing here. Doc, I was wondering about third place in the poll right now. It says Messenger or Katana Zero. How do you interpret that if there's two games in the spot in the future? Disqualified. You gotta choose one game. The onus is not on me. The onus is on you. That's what makes it so easy for me to do a lot of content. You can't make me choose. By relieving me of choice, I have no longer held to responsibility. And that is the thing that makes it so much easier to do these series. I just play both games at the same time, but on different monitors with the same controller. Can I at least make it like a task or something? That's generally the traditional way to do that. Get wrecked. You too. And, oh, this is all a lot of very tricksy hobbits. Oh, a situation right now. Gonna have Teal teleporting up to me? No? Okay. Ooh. we suggest 2 of them in different comments? Absolutely. That is still valid. 2 of them in the same comment, though, does not count. Okay, and there we go. Oh, it's midnight there, and I have to get up at 6:30. That has never stopped me in my life. I'm probably going to be staying up until like 2 a.m. today. More than likely doing Ori stuff, but yeah. Still going to be up that late regardless. Stop that. Stop doing that. I hate these ground shakers. There. Ooh. I'd actually split the votes in half, so each vote has 28 votes. And so it has 28 votes and would get 14 for each one. And I don't know, because I'm only interpreting a single comment. If people said the same thing twice, I can't really feel like that I should be having an aggregate of that. It'd just be weird. Hello? Just keep on rolling, baby. Okay. The parry is what I'm looking for here. And that's all I need. Got your money, honey. Got your disease. Hey, honey. Do you see the last Terraria episode? That is very much the most honey one to date. Getting a lot of ground shakers here. Usually don't really think of these guys as being too common. Okay. But hey, I suppose I'll deal with it. Ooh. You have to parry the jumping. Yeah, if you don't jump to parry the failed experiments, it doesn't work. I've had problems with that before and how that works. I don't know what the deal is. It just does it like that. Apparently just took that bomb straight on the face and didn't even care. Weird. Remember when people cheated on the server? Oh, of course I do. I want to dead. I'll never forget that name and their cheating ways. I can't believe they cheated. What sort of person goes onto the internet to tell lies? Okay. Okay. Arbiters, man. Also didn't... Wow, there's a lot of... This is a weird cavern makeup. One that I haven't really seen before. Hello, check me out. It's still not active yet? There we go. Ow. Whatever, I'll take it. It's good enough for me. I gotta go, but I'll be lurking in the comments of your videos later. Just remember, I'm here for when you need to destabilize Cobalt. At least that's mostly... At least that's gonna have less radiation compared to the other things. Anyway, how much do you actually like the radish? I don't know. I guess I like radishes enough. I just forgot to change it since, you know, the justification that I gave for the last video. You know, when I made that sick reference to shoot 'em up. Okay. And... Alright. I don't really like waiting to try to parry enemies like that, but I'll do what needs to be done. Not my ideal type of play. But if given no other opportunities, that's what I'm going to choose. Skeletons, man. Don't like them. Okay, then. That was... Should have waited until it wasn't in the corner there. There. Ooh. Hello, Mr. Dead Cells guy. Hello, Zespol. I see you are here today. Well, time to leave the stream on while sleeping. I mean, I'm not going to require that sort of thing, but I'm not also going to stop you from doing it. You'll know when I lose when I just shout very loudly. Mr. Dead Cells... Yes, Mr. Dead Cells guy is my father. My name is Doctor Inferno Firebird. Don't you forget it. Okay. Still only have 23 points of survival. It's been a light stat run comparatively. And I've been getting every cursed chest possible. Kind of would have expected a little bit more than that. Interesting. First time seeing that enemy. That's one of the new ones in the latest update, the Who's the Boss one. He does the worst attack that the giant has, which is always great. I mean, how else are they supposed to do that giant stomping if they do not have the toughest boots around? How else are these boots going to walk right over you? I should have like 30 survival at this point in time. If I was going through the Sepulchre, I probably would. Damn it, people, this is why democracy doesn't work. Good. Ooh, they all have on moon shoes. Oh, that's how they're able to bounce so well. Yep, that's right. I know what moon shoes are. And so my age is revealed once again and constantly. Long-time listener, first-time caller, love your work. Well, you're on the horn, Matten. What do you want to talk about today? There you go. Oh, God. Let's just take that out before anything bad happens. And go. Oh. Moon shoes, kid-powered anti-gravity shoes, moon shoes. How did that go? Oh, no. I'm remembering things now. You got me. You're making me remember stuff. Bro, I was born in 2000. I know what moon shoes are. Oh, good. So then my suspicion can be cast off of me. Any tips for beating 3-cell? This sort of run is going pretty well for me, even despite being on 5 boss cells. Only got 3 points of malaise and a full container of the potion, so I guess it's going good. Learn how to parry is really the only thing about it. Come on, you can do better than that. There you go. Aside from that, damage over time builds are good. Any sort of... Oh, yes, please. Oh, yeah, that's a lot of extra damage. Damage over time builds are good. I'm talking Alchemic Carbine, Hokuto's Bow. Ranged... getting big range on stuff I think is very useful, which is why I always like suggesting stuff like the Boy's Axe, even though it's not as good lately. Double Boomerang's great. Also lets you get a survival run, but a very fast weapon version of a survival run. Get good. If you do get good, you won't have any trouble with anything. No guarantees on that, though. Oh, Doc's actually 7-year-old confirmed. Yeah, you don't know. Maybe I'm just a very worldly 7-year-old. Let's take this right now, just for the very, very good damage. Yeah, that's pretty good damage. And that's also going to be a very good necklace when I get down there. Okay. All right. I still got hit once, but I'll take it. Also 75% damage reduction. Lot of stats for health, which is not too bad. Do I want to take the Rampart? No, I think that for especially working with a giant, working with fighting the giant, that the most effective thing right now is going to be something that does extra damage. All right. 7-year-old who's willing to play porn games? The FBI... Okay, come on now. The FBI is there to protect... whatever. I think you're confused. Not busting 7-year-olds. 13, 12. Yeah, I'm a real Methuselah. You got me. I am actually the original Methuselah on that point. Unless I'm a time traveler who is here to take you back to the past. Anywhere else that I want to go before leaving? Well, I want to take out that guy just because I hate those skeletons, but... I'm pretty sure you can't parry those shockwaves, which is why I'm always very hesitant to do anything with... Well, this is bad time, Charlie. Come on now. Cut that out. You too. There we go. Ah. Cut Doc in half and count the age rings. That always works. Although if you do that, I won't be able to make videos for at least like 2 weeks. And I don't know if I can have that sort of downtime. I think there was a demon with a star. Ooh, was there? I mean, I would see it on the map. Ah, I don't know. There we go. There we go. Good, good, good. And there's only like one more thing that I'm going to need to do in this area. I could go for a cursed chest, but that's a bad time all over. As much as I would like this, 545,000 is too rich for my blood. However, should be able to at least buy some form of healing down here. Well, literally only one form of healing. God, it is very expensive. Let's go. At the bottom of an elevator has a scroll on it. I can check the elevators pretty easily. It's fairly obvious which one of these things are elevators and which one aren't. Not seeing anything, though. Any tips for cooking on a budget? Eat a lot of eggs. And rice. And potatoes. What's the theme of this run? Just a good, solid run. I'm taking Giant Killer, I'm taking Heavy Grenades, you know, all the stuff that I like taking, and I want to have a good 5-cell run. That's pretty much it. Ever think about doing a face reveal? Go watch Casual Run 44. Carbonara. Carbonara is great, but, you know, the bacon is going to be expensive. Boy, you're really not taking a whole lot of damage. Okay. Just a little bit more, though. That said, he's taking enough damage. Keep going. Come on. I got this. I got this. Okay, well, that's fine, because this hand is going to go down fairly quickly when the time comes. Keep going. Okay. That'll work. That'll work. And... I was hoping to get the last little hit here. It didn't quite happen in the same way that I needed it to. All right. All right. All right. And get that parry there. And then get a heal, I suppose. Yep, well, worthwhile to get that Helio up. Getting punched is also just a bad time. Are you kidding me? That's how I lost that? Well, gotta watch out a little bit there. 3. There, man. Will Doc die to not Mega Satan? Oh, there's a million different enemies that have this sort of style to them. Mega Satan isn't the only one. Okay. And also, no. Just, I'll spoil that one right now. No. Did lose 2 potion charges, which was mostly due to my own fault, but... oh well. Still a solid kill, nonetheless. Basic survival run, basically. It's just too bad that I was hoping for a little bit more from that, but it just was... I didn't quite get the stat distribution that I wanted. That fight would have been over before it began if I had managed to get the full 30 survival. I don't know. I don't think it's worthwhile to take the route that I took. Probably should have just went through the sepulcher instead. Aside from that, let's continue on here. This, however, is probably going to be more useful than the bleeding shield now. Doc, will you ever play Moonlighter for us? I mean, I would rather just play Secrets of Grindia, or if I wanted to go full-on weeb, just hit up playing Racketeer, if possible. That's my opinion on the subject. Didn't hit the elite. And with the invincibility, take you out quick. Nothing actually good, but that's fine. Don't really need it. Okay. Yeah, with stuff like the invincibility here, that's going to be very useful for... Oh boy. We're taking out a lot of these enemies here. How did Necrodancer go? I missed it. I beat the game. The game said I won, and I won. I don't really know how else you could take that. Yep, I won. There you go. Gonna play Death Stranding on the channel if people vote for it. Sure. This guy I can probably parry if I don't completely screw it up. There we go. But that's also kind of a... Yeah, sure. That's also kind of a questionable play, too. Keep rocking in the free world. There we go. Will Doc play Artificial Academy? I do not know what that is. Well, if there does happen to be another food shop coming up here, I might be able to at least get something out of it. Not likely, but that's just, you know, how it goes. You never know if you're going to get a food shop in the upcoming areas. See, getting hit by those ball and chains don't count if you have the invincibility from the shield on. Parry natural disasters, don't we all? Oh, that's literally something. The first time I've seen somebody parry that tornado. It's a risky thing to do, needless to say, but it does work out. If you can get it, it's good. If you can't, that's bad. There we go. Has to be a melee attack to actually get the proper shield on, though, and that's an important thing to remember. Hello. Yeah, the parry game is going to only be getting worse over time, I think. And by worse, I mean better. Just to make sure that I can deal with these dang old demons. All right, okay. And there, that's what I'm looking for. What? How did I miss that demon every single time I swung there? That didn't make any sense at all. I call shenanigans. Motion twin, I demand a refund. Can you parry that down sword attack? You could at one point in time, but they patched that out. It's frustrating. Went back and watched a video on the King's Hand update, saw a food shop in the castle. There are so many food shops that they have included in the game that they have taken out. It is very frustrating in a lot of ways. Because those would be so helpful now. But yeah, Castle used to have one, it's true. Also used to have much worse music. I'm at least glad that we're past that point, and also the goofy smiley face and the double the double tracker room, that's gone now. Because the statue has changed up a whole bunch. Yeah, this has really changed over time, hasn't it? Also how Malaise worked originally, where it was a little counter over your head. Lawful sexy. Wait, what was that? Doc, what's your alignment? Lawful sexy. I mean, I don't know. Alignments are difficult. Lawful sexy also sounds like some sort of burlesque dancer who dresses up like an attorney. Just saying. Can't believe I didn't hit that. There. Okay, could you play Berserk the Millennium Falcon on the PS2? You have to download an emulator to play it in English because it's only in Japanese. Well, have you seen the Persona series? That's not really a problem. But, yeah, vote for it. I'll do it. I'll do it if it gets enough votes. How did I not get hit by the spikes there? That was weird. Okay. Oh, and that was just enough so that I got hit by the last strike there. Ah, that's too bad. Handcuff me and give me due process. Motion objection. That's not correct at all. Motion sustained? Boner sustained. I did it. It only took forever. This is a very bad idea, wasn't it? No regrets. There. When is the poll happening? Next time I am done with the 2 that won the previous poll. Throw it up there and see if people are going to vote for it, I suppose. Enemies can teleport into an elite space? Oh, they sure can. That's always been a thing. That's why you probably should, you know, clear out enemies before you do that, but I didn't. No, that's it. I didn't. Next poll is after Crosscode, provided that Crosscode wins. Go vote for Shovel Knight. I'll play Shovel Knight. Huh. Never seen a lore room appear behind that before. That's interesting. Come on, give me something good here. YOLO worth taking? It is for survival runs, because it also clears out all of your melees, and that tends to be where you're dying late game. Speaking of bad ideas, really enjoyed your fight in the Uber Dragon. That was such a cool episode. It was a really bad idea, though. I shouldn't have done that. Then again, when it came time to end the series, I did get the Holy Grail during that, so hey. Lore rooms also appear in the promenade after the ossuary door, too. That is weird. I wonder why. All right, just continue rolling with what I got here. I think I should be good. Do you think that heavy grenades are better than Giant's Whistle? Probably not, but the Giant's Whistle is also one that you probably wouldn't have more often than not, so I decided to go with the grenades instead. Okay, keep on going. Still a disappointing... What? That was weird. I shouldn't have gotten hit by that bomb there. All right. Oh, careful. Okay. I don't know how to parry the king. He's hard. I'm not surprised. It's not like that is it's not an easy task. Oh, hey, what? That was weird. Okay. Oh, didn't quite get it there, speaking of which. I told you, it's difficult. Keep on rolling. Okay. Oh, that's pretty bad. Well, that's not the best hand of the king fight. And like I said, I don't have as many points of survival that I would normally have at this point in time. It's weird. It's a weird thing. Should really have gone for a brutality run instead of survival. Probably would have been a little bit more effective. Ah, well. Disclaimer, when he says he'll only play Shovel Knight, he means he'll only play Shovel Knight. Hey, when I said I'd only play Momodora, I played Momodora. It's like, and people were like, wait, what? There's 4 of these games? Oh, Doc needs his 40 survival. I mean, you can't say that it's ineffective. I just got back into the game, still on one boss cell farther. I've gotten into the castle. What weapons should I look for? I like survival runs. I like damage over time. Double boomerang's pretty good. This one that I'm working with right now has been mostly effective up until about the point that I fought the giant. But aside from that, it's been pretty good, and if I just got a little bit better distribution of stats, I think it would be... Get out of here, you. It would be working a lot better. There we go. Good. Just gotta be watching out for those librarians. And hopefully, if I really get lucky, might even be able to get another potion charge in here if a shop decides to show up. No guarantees, though. You never know how that's gonna work. Okay, well, that worked for me. There we go. Like when you do survival runs. Survival runs are good. I think survival runs are some of the best runs to be had as of late. There. It's just, sometimes, especially they kind of fall apart in late game. And that's where the real issue comes in. There. I'll take the single point of malaise there. I'll probably be able to heal up sooner than later anyway. Just through necromancy alone. Gonna jump up here? No, instead you're gonna take a very roundabout path. There. Shouldn't have been that difficult, and yet it was. Brutality has bleeding and fire, attack has turrets. Survival doesn't really have much of anything in that regard. Survival has a lot of health. That's what it's got. That's pretty much the only thing that you need in a lot of ways to be able to make stuff work. But not always. Not always. Sometimes you need a little bit more than that. Tanking your way through stuff, though, is... Can't ask for much more when it comes to survival. And necromancy. I mean, that alone is kind of a... Oh, man. That alone is kind of a huge boon. But as you can see, even though I am building a big survival run and everything like that, I'm still taking an awful lot of damage even from strikes from regular enemies. It's rough. There. I hate that you can have such a high boss cell to get magic missile. I mean, arbiters used to be a lot more common. I'd rather have that than the alternative. Used to be you could just get that in the very first area of the game, and also magic missile. I mean, you can get on any difficulty as soon as you open up the cavern. A lot of people think that you can only go into the cavern on higher cell difficulties. That's not actually the case. You just have to have beaten the game once to get the item to get into the cavern, and that's about it. I get a lot of extra health from this. A little bit. A little bit. Survival does have the potential of doing damage over time if you are working with like a shield and wolf trap, but it's not really something that you rely on too often. Damage over time is, of course, very powerful for boss fights. Hand of the King is definitely countered well by a Chemicarbine Hokuto's bow more than anything else. Giant is too, in a lot of ways. Where am I going right now? I guess the tower is on the left side? That's kind of unusual. There. Huh. A strange layout for quite a few things over the course of this run, now haven't there been? I feel like he was struggling with Giant Hand of the King, not a lack of stats. I still think the lack of stats definitely played into that. And Hand of the King, I just screwed up and got hit into the spikes, which was really the most damning part of that whole thing. Otherwise, it would have been mostly okay. There. Shouldn't have tried to parry him while on the ground, but it worked out anyway. Now, is this where I want to... Okay, that works. Gonna have the bomb up in case he wanted to start attacking me. So, got lucky. That really not hit him? It's supposed to be such a large area of effect. Come on, what are you doing? Okay. All right, and there. Oh, does the parrying time frame change between different shields? Not that I know of. I think they're all pretty consistent as far as I know. That hit me in the back, which is unfair. What about this? Would this give me a lot of extra health? No, not really. Oh well, keep on rolling here. Might be able to, over time, kind of get a lot of this health back up, but it's been rough going. Oh, come on. There. Oh, I hate those things. But dealing with them just fine, though. Yeah. Weapon just a little too slow there. It's unfortunate. Oh, well, that's about as good as you're going to get here today. Also, it takes like 2 hours to get back to that point. So, gonna call it a day here. Moral of the story is don't go through the caverns.